So you mentioned the goal for the business is to provide a secure, scalable solution, expand your customer support, offer 24/7 support. If you had a magic wand to fix just one thing in your business that's holding you back or slowing you down from that goal, what would that one thing be? Welcome to the podcast. Today we have a very special guest, Shakir Ali. Shakir is the founder of Cloud Control Panel. It is a new control panel that brings together several different cloud providers and allows you to easily manage and access your infrastructure and services there. Shakir, why don't you tell us a little bit about Cloud Control Panel?
Yes, sure. And the cloud control panel that I am working on is kind of a control panel that makes things easier for you to manage websites on the cloud provider. Previously, because I was part of a community like WordPress community and few other communities where we have usually regular discussions with other team members, other developers, freelancers. They usually face problem like security issues, performance issues with their hosting provider. And a lot of time I was telling them to use the cloud directly instead of going to the hosting providers. So, but the answer I was getting like, we don't have as much of knowledge to manage our websites by ourselves on the cloud provider or kind of DevOps things. They were most of the developers and freelancers basically here in Pakistan or Asian countries are not as much of aware of how to do DevOps things and also how to manage websites on our own AWS or Azure cloud provider. So considering that problem, I decided to create a control panel, which will take care of all the DevOps needs of the developers and freelancers and also the website owners. And also it will make website very easy for them to manage a kind of similar thing to currently cPanel. So that's the aim, and that is my vision for the cloud control panel.
So not all of them were AWS solutions architects like yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, AWS is a great platform. There's a lot of tools on there, but it's definitely a little bit difficult, especially if you don't understand the DevOps side of things of how to set everything up.
Yes, and if you are developer, normally you take time in writing code, doing things, you are focused on your field. So you need an expert DevOps or a solutions expert to make an infrastructure for you to do DevOps kind of things for you. And most of the time, developers can't afford either a dedicated DevOps or infrastructure engineer for them. So that control panel will help like with the same single license, they will have all the DevOps facilities for their websites.
Yeah, makes sense. So can you share a bit about your role and how it fits into the bigger picture at Cloud Control Panel?
Yes. May I give us a little bit of background about myself
Yeah.
from where I came from? And I did engineering in 2000, software engineering in 2008. And since then, I started my career in hosting industry. I was kind of technical support engineer, providing technical support to the customers of a hosting providers. I have worked in Landis Holding Technologies. I have worked in Site5 as a system administrator, taking care of all the systems kind of thing. And also I have worked on Arvixi as a support officer, again, providing technical support to the clients for the hosting providers. And then I started working at TANUP, where I was mainly involved in DevOps and AWS, Azure, and infrastructure setups, and also the DevOps things for its managed hosting clients. And then I think since 2008, I'm involved very much in the hosting industry and also in the WordPress and DevOps and also the AWS Azure cloud solutions. And that's that is why I was having skills and expertise in that field, and I wanted to make some things for the developers that they can do things easily. They don't have to have too much effort in learning AWS, learning DevOps, and from the control panel they can do things easily. That a DevOps person will do things for them. That control panel will do all the things like automated deployment through Git, um, caching through Cloud Control Panel, automatically configuring of the CDN like Cloudflare, and automatically setting up staging environment and production environment like enabling basic auth and disabling it. So gives you a lot of control without as much knowledge on how I will modify Nginx configuration or WP config and all those configurations related things, so that all those configurations will be previously they will have to write a git, they will have to go to CLI, write commands, and do things. Now the cloud control panel will provide a visual interface with easily click and drag, click and with easily few clicks, they can set up the websites, they can manage the websites, and it will include automated SSL certificate, DNS configurations, CDN configurations, and also with automated GitLab deployment.
Wow. That's a lot under the hood. I actually got my start as a support person at UK2 Group. That was 10 to
Mhm.
12 years ago. It was a long time ago. So I understand a lot of what you're talking about. I've used cPanel for several things, and I manage some of my own websites and a few select client websites that it's kind of like me just helping out a friend, but
Yeah,
there's a
one
lot that
of the
goes into
problems. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. One of
it.
the problem I'm seeing in cPanel, well, I will say two major problems that I see in cPanel. One, it is hosted in your server. Like when you set up a cPanel, it will be on the same server which is hosting your website. So it will be consuming a lot of resources for you. Not as much, but still it will be consuming resources. Like if you go into cPanel and will open the WHM or cPanel, it will consume a little bit of resources. So why not use those resources to set up your for your websites instead of control panel? So Cloud Control Panel will be offloaded, like it will not be running from your server. It will not be consuming any of the resources on your server. It is totally offloaded. That will be managed on a separate server, and it will be setting up your websites remotely through different tools and technologies that I have learned over the past years. And using those technologies, it will be setting up your website remotely and in a secure way. And that was one issue. The other issue that I'm currently seeing with cPanel is like we are now going into a container-based solution, as you might know, like Kubernetes, Docker containers. And as my knowledge, like with cPanel, you can't set up a scalable environment. Like if a traffic goes high on a specific time on your website, it will not be able to automatically scale itself up, and with my control panel that I'm working on, Cloud Control Panel, I will have, currently it is in my pipeline that I will be working on setting up the Kubernetes cluster for the client. So when you have a website on a Kubernetes cluster, it means you will be able to, it will be automatically scaling your website up, like creating more resources for your website if the traffic goes high, and it will downscale automatically if traffic is down. So it will save a lot of your budget on AWS and cloud solutions instead of having a very big machine keeping up and running all the time. You will have Docker containers on the Kubernetes, and it will go up and down, basically checking your needs and traffic on your website.
Yeah, I can't believe I never thought of that about cPanel running on your server and taking up resources. Totally makes sense though. So, in your business, what's working well for you right now and what's been frustrating?
Well, I have I was having this idea for several years, but I was not getting time to implement this, not having as much of resources. The better thing that I have is the advancement in the AI technology. Like we have huge advancement over the past couple of years in the AI, and that is really helpful for me. Like it is a kind of junior developer for me. Like I can ask AI to develop something for me. It will not be like I will ask him to okay set up this and it will be totally fine. I will have to review all the code whatever he's writing for me, but still it gives a lot of help to you, like several things that you will it will take 10 hours for you to write all those things. I will have AI to do things for me, and then reviewing those things will just take me 1 hour. Previously without AI, that would have take 10 hours for me, writing the same piece of code, writing the same functionality. Now with the help of AI, I can have similar things in just 1 hour, and with the help of AI. So that is a good thing for me, and also for the technology, and also for the developers. Most of the developers will be taking benefit from this also, and that is very good, and that is helping me a lot to make my control panel is successful and more professional. And the challenge I'm facing is definitely it is a big challenge. Like trying to create an alternative of cPanel, which is used by millions of users, is not an easy thing. It is a huge challenge for me. Like cPanel offer too many features. I like you number it, and it provides number of features which I can't compete in number of features that cPanel provide. But still, I will like to go with the basic features, and still managing the basic features is a kind of a difficult things in doing. Like how I will do emails. In AWS, you can't set up the SMTP. AWS does not allow to set up the SMTP server on their on their resources. But whenever you set up the cPanel, you can easily create email accounts because cPanel can set up SMTP services for you easily. So that was a kind of a big challenge for me. Like how I want, if I am trying to make an alternative of cPanel, I should have some basic features like DNS modifications, uh, and emails account and email account creations, and webmail and all those things. And I was able to figure the possible solutions like using third-party tools like Mailgun, Cloudflare for DNS modifications and all those things. Uh, so that was a difficult thing, but I was able to figure that out, and currently it is in working state. Like I can modify DNS from my control panel. It will modify DNS in this Cloudflare. I will create an email account from my cloud control panel. It will create an email account in SMT as an SMTP in the Mailgun, and also will have a webmail that is a separate server that will be running the webmail, and it is able to authenticate users, and working very well so far.
Wow, that's a lot. I like what you said about the AI assisting you to code, you know. It's not like
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
taking over and you're still in control, but it's saving you 9 out of 10 hours, which is amazing. How do you think
Yes, it
that's
is
going
kind
to?
of a resource for me. It is a kind of my helper. It is my assistant that is doing things for me, or making some text better for my website. Making I can design website, but it helped me to make design better. It helped me to make text better. It helped me to make some coding different or better, and that's helpful for me.
Yeah, makes sense. How do you think that is impacting your business or growth strategy with the company?
With my previous company, or
No, with Cloud Control Panel.
so it is going well currently. But it is kind of a beta launch in which I have gave access to several of my close circles friends, and they are reviewing it closely. And I have received a lot of positive feedback from several of them, like they are seeing all those things, very good things, and uh, they feels they feel security and good performance on the websites with this. And currently I'm working on some doing payment integration. That is a kind of a big challenge for me because of my region. In my region, like I'm using Stripe, and with that I will have to with Stripe I will have to associate a bank account, and Stripe does not allow any bank account from Pakistan. So that was a big challenge for me, but I'm getting help from my friends and colleagues also, and I was able to figure out a possible solution there. So currently, payment integration kind of thing is a little bit that I'm focusing on, and hope that is almost done. You can say 95% completed, and currently need some few QA and security related tests that I'm going to perform in upcoming days, and then I think I will be good for launching it for the public.
Nice. Yeah, that's something I never really thought of, Stripe in other parts of the world and how to get that all set up. So as you open this up to your first round of beta users and the next rounds, what metrics are you most focused on improving based on the feedback?
Actually, for me, the security is most important because with the cloud control panel, it is dealing with it may be dealing with millions of websites. So security can't be compromised at any level. We will have to make sure that the even the cloud control panel security and also the security of the users that are present on the cloud control panel, uh, that is that can't be compromised at any layer. And even user will be able to provide their AWS credentials to the cloud control panel, like they will have to fill in their AWS access key and secret key into the cloud control panel, and then cloud control panel will be able to create resources on their cloud provider. So it is not kind of hosting thing, it is kind of bring your own cloud, use our cloud control panel, and it will set up all the things for you on your on your own cloud. And so I have kind of double encryption enabled for all these security related things, so that those are never exposed at any layer, even on the front end layer, back end layer. Like AWS credentials, one store will not be able to recover it at any cost. Those are stored, those are encrypted, and only a backend server will be able to unencrypt it with with the double keys that I have set. And that is the most important thing. And then the second thing is performance, because I'm asking to like my aim is to give a good performance for the visitor website. So I need to make sure like all the websites are good and performant, and with the proper caching enabled. It is not kind of thing like too much caching making trouble for the users, like they are not seeing their updated content. Yeah, that can be problematic sometime. But making sure like the caching is optimized to a layer, like it is not disturbing the content writer, but also caching it properly so that a lot if there is a huge traffic at a moment, then it will be able to serve all those requests from the caching layer instead of consuming resources of the server. So these are the two metrics that I'm focusing more, like security and performance.
Yeah, users don't typically like to wait for websites to load. We expect
Mhm.
it almost to be instant, even though that's not
Mhm.
realistic sometimes. So, where do you want to be 6 to 12 months from now?
Well, my vision is high. Like I'm thinking like I will be having around 10, 15 employees working for me under the cloud control panel, in which I will be able to provide a better support to all of my customer because going to offer 24/7 support. So we'll need several of my team members to work along with me to make the cloud control panel as successful. So I'm thinking around 10, 15 team members at least under a cloud control panel working for me and working under cloud control panel. And also will be visioning that I will have a scalable environment, kind of a cloud control panel in which the users are confident, like our website is secure, our website is well performed, and we are not facing slowness and we are not facing downtime on their website. So these are two few things that I will make sure, like over the 6 months, that our customers feel confident in us in cloud control panel. And then my next future vision will be to use of AI in the cloud control panel. Like when you can, with the help of AI, you can say, like, I need a website, this set up on my cloud control panel. And with the voice control, the website will be set up for them. So that kind of thing that I might be bringing up, that is my vision for the future, like maybe a year or 2 years, once the cloud control panel is stable and working for.
And that's interesting. Would you see that AI being able to do more than just setting up a website?
Yes, like create an email account for me. Create email. I have a new, like I can say a statement. I have a new employee at my company, ABC. Create his email account, and it will create an email account and will send a credentials to his secondary email or primary email address, whatever. If he has personal email address, so all those kind of things can be automated through AI instead of going into cloud control panel, logging it, filling up the form of email account or filling up the form of website or all those things. So I can say, create a WordPress website for me on a subdomain abc.xyz.com, and it is going to create a website for me. Or even I can ask, okay, the new security version is released for the WordPress. Uh, just update all the WordPress websites for me. So a customer of the cloud control panel can say a simple thing, just update all the WordPress websites, and it is going to update all the WordPress websites.
That would be amazing, I think. I logged into I'll leave it unnamed control panel of another company recently and got a notification of their new co-pilots that they had integrated. And I tried using it for similar purposes, but all it was able to do
Mhm.
was just tell me, yep, everything's healthy. And I was like, what's the purpose of this? Like that's not helpful at all. It can't answer my questions. It can't really help me at all
It
with
might be
the
just a
website.
monitoring co-pilot, like it is going to monitor things. Okay, everything is healthy on your hosting.
Yeah. But when I log in, I needed a little bit of help, with this or that. And it was like, I guess I'm not gonna get it from your co-pilot though. Um, so you mentioned the goal for the business is to provide a secure, scalable solution, expand your customer support, offer 24/7 support. If you had a magic wand to fix just one thing in your business that's holding you back or slowing you down from that goal, what would that one thing be?
Uh, Currently, I think location, have faced so many challenges because of the location, because I have spent, you can say, several days in figuring out like how I will receive payments here. You may see like how I will receive payments once I have a control panel set up. So it was a difficult chat. It was challenging for me. So that's why I will try to. I have registered my cloud control panel in US using the Stripe Atlassian, and that was helpful for me. And maybe I will try to expand my services and my business in the US, like making sure like I'm well my company is well registered there, making sure that it is properly licensed and paying all the taxes, whatever their needs of the US governments, and making sure like everything is working good for them and also for me to make it successful. So I have business. I think I will have a business set up in the US.
Okay. Well, it's been very awesome talking to you, learning about your business. I love that you have such a passion for it and it's driving you even to, go part-time at your current job just to focus a little bit more on this, a little bit more of your time. If anyone is interested in signing up for this, how can they reach out to you? How can they get a hold of you?
Currently, I have a contact form available on cloudcpanel.com. It is cloudcpanel.com, the URL. They can just fill out the form and I can set up a test account for them to review, to give me feedback on that. So website is ready, like cloudcpanel.com with the contact form. And in coming few weeks, I will be launching a proper website with all the packages, information, hosted, non-hosted solution, like license-based solution, and kind of I will be providing a test-hosted based solution so that they don't have to worry about like how I will bring my AWS cloud and they can just test our control panel on our hosting.
I appreciate your time, Shakir, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for your time, Jared. I appreciate it.